Good. Hello boys and girls, a very good evening and welcome to this live refresher session on General Intelligence and Reasoning for your upcoming SSC CGL Tier I exam. I hope all of you are healthy and your preparation for this exam is in high gear. As you must be aware, it is tentatively scheduled to be held from August 1 to August 20. So we have just about 3 weeks left for the final SSC CGL Tier I exam, right? And I'm sure, given the amount of practice that one needs to do so that he can boost his chances of selection, you have to make sure that you leave no stone unturned and solve as many question papers as possible and practice as many questions across different topics as possible, right? Now today's session is going to be on this section called General Intelligence and Reasoning, which in my view is the easiest of all the 4 sections asked in this exam, right? You know that the 4 sections are quantitative aptitude, general intelligence and reasoning, English comprehension and general awareness, right? And this section, which is largely to do with your reasoning ability, is the easiest one, right? There are 25 questions asked, and yeah, you have a composite time of 1 hour for all the 4 sections. So 25 questions in this section, and the weightage is 50 marks, which means each question here carries a weightage of 2 marks. Okay, now in my view, about 10 to 12 minutes is more than enough for anyone to score 50 on 50 in this section. I'm not exaggerating when I say that you can score 50 on 50 in this section. Or to keep it a little safer, I would say, if not 50 out of 50, it should be easy for anyone to attempt all the 25 questions in 10 to 12 minutes, right? Now when I say attempt, I don't mean to say that you have to solve all the 25 questions. You have to go through all the 25 questions, right? See, you have to understand that in a topic like reasoning, especially in the general intelligence and reasoning section of SSC CGL exam, while the questions asked are very, very easy to answer, there can be times when you have no clue about how to crack the question, right? I mean, most of the questions here are based on coding and decoding, classification, odd one out, etc., right? Or finding out the missing number series, letter series. Usually these are very easy to crack, but at times it can get very complex. Complex as in you are not able to get the answer, right? It's all about getting the right idea at the right time. So there can be a situation where you are not able to solve a question, and the smartest thing to do in such a situation is to just skip the one and move to the next question, right? Don't waste your precious time in trying to solve every single question asked there. Remember, your target is not to solve all the 25 questions. Your target is to attempt all the 25 questions. Now when I say attempt, it means you have to go through all the 25 questions. You may answer only 20 of these, absolutely fine. You answer only 23 out of 25 questions, fine. I mean, you solve only 23 out of 25 questions, fine. But make sure that you read all the 25 questions, and that's what is meant by attempting 25 questions. All right, and not just for this section, but for the other sections as well, right? Be it quantitative aptitude or English comprehension or general awareness, you should go with a mindset that I have to attempt all the 100 questions, right? There are total 100 questions. I have to attempt all the 100 questions in the given 60 minutes of time. Solve only 70 out of 100, fine. Solve only 65 out of 100, no problem. Solve only 72 out of 100, doesn't matter. But don't step out of the examination hall and say that, boss, I did not even read the last 10 questions. Why? Time was not sufficient. That's the worst thing that that can happen to one. So keep it simple. Make sure that you attempt all the 100 questions or attempt all the 25 questions per section. All right. Now, for the benefit of those who have joined our program recently, let me mention that there is this chat box right beside your video screen. So if you have any questions or queries pertaining to what we are discussing here, feel free to post it there and I'll be more than happy to address the same. Right. I see that a lot of you have already joined the chat, right? Most of you are used to these live sessions, which happens every Tuesday, every Thursday and every Saturday. But for those who are new, please make the most out of it by engaging yourself in the chat. Now let me see who all have joined the session already. We have Abhirami, Anubha, Deepak, Amit Verma, Adarsh, Shravanti, Isha, Mohit, Yashveer, and we have Abbas Khan Ali, Ayushi Tripathi, Pappu Kumar, and Naveen, Raji, John, Anubha, Amit Verma, Apurva Rawat, Preeti Kumari, and many others, right? Rishika and all this. So how's the preparation? I think, yeah, Ekta Pandey, Vinod Kumar, Abu Zaid, Ramya, Tiru, and many others there. So glad to see you all joining the session. Trust your preparation is in full swing. And I'm sure this should be the easiest section for you all, right? I mean, if anyone here tells me that general intelligence and reasoning is difficult for me, then let me tell you, you are in trouble, right? You are not fit for this exam. It may sound a little discouraging, but I think that's a fact. If you believe that general intelligence and reasoning is difficult, then something is seriously wrong with you, right? Easiest section, 10 to 12 minutes to attempt all the 25 questions. In fact, I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but last Wednesday, we had done a session on YouTube. It is available in our YouTube channel. You can just go and access that anytime you want, right? We had done a session which was titled, titled Score 50 Marks in 12 Minutes. How to score 50 marks in 12 minutes, where we have actually solved the 25 questions from one of the previous papers. So I think go through that. I'm sure it will give you a great insight on how do you behave in those 10-12 minutes of your exam when you're going through this section, right? Yeah, so can we start now? So let me tell you what we are going to do today. We have got a list of questions here, right? Chosen mostly from the previous year's papers, especially the last year paper, and some of these have been picked up from the General Intelligence and Reasoning discussion forum, right? Now, if I actually take up one of the previous year papers or the last year paper, it's like very easy. It wouldn't take much time, but yeah, we have got some other questions as well, like I said, chosen from the discussion forum, or some of these have been taken up from our workbooks, our own workbooks, which we have not discussed so far, right? We had always assumed that you will be able to solve it, but it has come to our knowledge that some of you have not been able to solve some of the workbook questions. So you have tried taking those as well, right? So what I'm going to do now is share the screen that I have here with you, which has got all these questions, right? I'll present the questions one after the other, give you some time to try it out, and then discuss the solution, right? Remember that while many of your friends or fellow students here answer these questions very quickly, sometimes you may get stuck. Don't panic or don't feel left behind. It happens, right? Like I said, most of the questions, especially the ones which comes from coding and decoding or finding out the odd one out, or questions based on analogy and all, while these are usually very easy to solve, sometimes it can get tricky, right? You don't get the right idea at the right time. It's like number series, right? You have seen questions from number series. There's no method, there is no technique, there is no shortcut or no formula that can give you the answer. It's about trial and error, right? Coding and decoding is about trial and error. And then topics like analogy, classification, and grouping, etc. These topics also depend on your general knowledge. Like for example, the question is on analogy, but it can be based on, let's say, geography. It can be based on it can be based on the younger ones of animals. Like for example, it can say that, I'm not able to recall any example, but things related to zoology or or anything for that matter, right? Botany or biology, etc. You got to know the relationship between the two given items. Now, if you do not know that, if you don't have idea about what are the words being used there, then you'll not be able to solve it. So don't really worry about such things, right? Just skip and go to the next one, right? Don't waste your time. That's very important. So I think we are good to start. If you can give me a confirmation on the same, we can start solving these questions. Yeah, I see a few more names here. Tanya, Abhinav Paul, Ashwin Avinash, Nilesh Chaudhary, Vishal, and Sanjeet. Who else? Okay, Sanjeet has asked us a question here. He says, could we have all the live sessions on Saturday and Sunday? Well, Sanjeet, I know where you're coming from, and we have got this kind of a feedback even in the past, not very loudly, but yeah, a few students have asked for sessions on Saturday and Sunday, but that looks unlikely. I don't want to commit on anything without being sure about it. So we take your feedback, we'll see if something can be done about it. We already have one session on Saturday, right? And the reason we do it on a Saturday late in the evening, 6 to 8, is just to make sure that those who are working professionals should not be missing on this, right? But let's see if we can do something more about it. Yeah, so can we start now? Yeah. Okay, many of you have said yes, so let's get started now. So like I said, I'll share the screen, present the questions one after the other, and let's see how many of you get the right answer. Now, one important point that you have to keep in mind while you're answering these questions is, if you are stuck, if you are unable to crack it, if you have no clue about how to go about the question, let me know, right? I mean, what I usually find is, if somebody has got the answer, he responds, but others are like, mum, right, you're not responding. Don't do that. I would like to understand not just how many of you have got the answer, but also how many of you are stuck, right? It's important for me to gauge how complex a particular question is, right? So if you're not able to solve it, or if you have skipped it yourself, just put that in the chat so that I get to know that some of you are skipping this question. So looks like something in detail has to be discussed on that particular question there, right? So just please help me out with this, these kind of responses, right? Be a little pro and tell me what's happening at your end. Okay, so here we go. I'm sharing the screen now, and the first question is here. See what it says. Select the related word, letters, or the number from the given alternatives. Now you know that these questions are from this particular question is from what is that called? Analogy, right? You're trying to find an analogy between the given pair of words. So how do you read this question basically? See, it says select the related word or letters or the number from the given alternatives. So select the related word or letter or number from the given alternatives. Now in the question here, you can see some words have been given. It says psychology is to human being. Now this is how you read. This colon here that you see is read as is to, right? Is to. And this double colon that you see in between is like, in a similar way. I've discussed this in the video already, right? You can look at the analogies video, but then trying to just refresh the concept here, right? So, this will help you understand the question better. So it says psychology is to human beings. Psychology is related to human being. In a similar way, ornithology is related to what? Right? If psychology is related to human being, ornithology is related to what? That's the question, right? Birds or volcanoes or insects or reptiles. That's what we need to decide. Now you see answers coming in here. Some of you have got option 1, birds. In fact, most of you have marked the answer as birds, right? Option 1. Yeah, bird is the answer. Smriti Priyanka, Sanchali Goswami, then we have Bhavya Krishna, Abbas Khan, Malbika Mohanty, Ramya, Anubha, Kundan Kumar, and many others there, right? Naveen, Monica, Arvind. Good. So good to see that. Okay, now there's some new response here. Look at Sanjit. Sanjit said it's reptiles. Sanjit has got reptiles, and then I think Sanjit is the only one who has marked the answer as reptiles, while all others have got marked the answer as birds. And the correct answer, in fact, is birds, right? Psychology is to human being. In a similar way, ornithology is to what? Now, it's easy to solve, right? I mean, you know that psychology is the study of human beings, right? So similarly, ornithology is a branch that deals with birds, or it is the study of birds, right? The science or the study of birds. So option 1 is the answer, right? But let me tell you, the easiest way to solve such questions is to try and make a statement or a sentence using the first 2 words, and use a similar statement or sentence and find out the missing one here. Like for example, this was easy. We can like we said, psychology is the study of human beings. Psychology is related to human beings. In what way? It is a study of human beings. So psychology is a study of human beings. Ornithology is a study of dash. Now ornithology, you should know, that is the study of birds. And this is where your general knowledge or general awareness comes into picture, right? I mean, if you do not know what ornithology is all about, you'll not be able to answer this question. And there's no point in trying to solve it after that. I mean, you either know the answer or you don't know the answer. This question is as good as a general awareness question in my view, right? I mean, if you do not know what ornithology is or what the study of birds is called, then you'll not be able to crack it. So it's important that you kind of read a little bit about these kind of studies and all. Yeah, usually questions and analogies are asked on studies or younger ones of animals and things like that. Like for example, let's say cow is related to calf, right? Cow is to calf. In a similar way, let's say tiger is to what? You getting it? So this is about the younger ones of animal, right? The younger one of a cow is calf. Now that's what I was trying to tell you when I said you have to make a sentence using the two words. Cow is related to calf. In a similar way, tiger is related to what? Now what is the relationship here? We know that a calf is younger one of a cow, right? A younger cow is called a calf. So the younger one of a cow is calf. Younger one of a tiger is what? Younger one of a tiger is what? So that makes it easier for you to get the answer there, right? Again, general knowledge, if you do not know what the younger one of a tiger is, then you will not be able to answer it. But I'm sure this is easy. The answer should be cub, right? A younger one of a tiger is called a cub. So this is where a little bit of general knowledge or general awareness plays a key role. All right. So option 1, birds is the answer. Now I'll leave it to you to find out what is the study of volcanoes, study of insects, and study of reptiles called, right? Just go through these 3-4 options that we have so that you improve on your general knowledge here. Okay. Next question. Find the odd word or letters or number pair from the given alternatives. Now this time it's about numbers or number pairs, right? So it's asking us to find out the odd one. Finding out the odd one. So this is about classification, right? Or the very popularly known as odd one out. Find the odd one out. So there are 4 options given to us. First option has got a pair of numbers 85 and 136. Second option has got a pair of numbers 34 and 85. The third option has got 102 and 153. And fourth option has got 63 and 162. We got to find out which is the odd one here. Which pair of numbers is odd. So try and find out a common property among these options, right? What is common among 3 of these options? What is a common property or a common feature, let's say, among 3 of these options? Once you arrive at that, you'll be able to find out the odd one, right? Answers have started coming in. I think most of you got option 4 as the answer, right? Option 4, which has got the numbers 63 and 162. So let's try and answer this now, right? No point in spending too much of time here, right? 85, 136. Try and play with these numbers and try to understand what could be the logic. Like, I mean, I don't see a very simple common multiple between 85 and 136, but then look at the difference. What is the difference between 85 and 136? The difference between 85 and 136 is 51, right? 136 minus 85 is 51, right? Look at the difference between 34 and 85. Here also it comes out to be 51. 85 minus 34 is 51. Now the moment I find out that the difference between the first 2 pairs is 51, I get some confidence, because that to me looks like the right logic, and based on which I should be able to eliminate one of the options, or I should be able to find out the odd one, right? But that will be able to confirm only when we verify the remaining options. So look at third option now, 102 and 153. What's the difference? 51 again, right? So clearly the difference in the first 3 pairs is 51. So looks like fourth option has to be the odd one, but just do not mark the answer blindly, right? Don't mark option 4 as answer blindly unless you have verified the difference, because it could be possible that all the 4 options have got the difference as 51 and the odd one is actually based on some other property, right? So don't be in a hurry, right? Just quickly verify the difference here as well. Now 63 and 162, what's the difference? 162 minus 63, the difference is 99. And now it's very clear that option 4 is the odd one. You're getting it? So simple logic here, the difference between the pairs of numbers in 3 of the options is 51. 3 of the options is 51. And hence answer is option 4, where the difference is 99. Now how much time would these questions take, right? Hardly any time, about 15-20 seconds, not more than that. In 15-20 seconds, you either get the answer or you skip and move to the next one. Don't waste your time. Don't try to spend 1 minute, 2 minutes in finding out the logic there, because you never know how much time the logic would take, right? Next question. Find the odd word or letter or number pair from the given alternative. Same thing again, right? We have to find out the odd one from the given words. Not words, but a collection of letters here. So look at option 1. It has got J, K, L, M. Option 2, N, O, P, Q. Option 3, R, S, T, U. Option 4, V, W, X, Z. Now I think by the time you finish reading the options, you would figure out that option 4 is the odd one, right? Because in J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q and R, S, T, U, the letters are in sequence, right? These are all as per the alphabetical order: J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U. But these 4 letters are not as per the alphabetical order, right? V, W, X. The next one should have been Y. If the next one is Y, then we can say these are in sequence, but the next letter here is Z or Z. So VWXZ is the odd one. All right. Move to the next one. Okay, here's the next question. It says a family went out for a walk. Daughter walked before the father. Son was walking behind the mother and ahead of father. Brother in the family is walking behind the sister. Who walked last? So this is based on ordering, right? It's talking about a family which went out for a walk, and some random sequence there has been given to us. So based on the data, find out who's walking last, who is the last in the queue there. It shouldn't take more than 30 seconds. Your time starts now. Option 4, daughter. No, I think father is the answer, right? Many of you have marked father as the answer. But then there are others who have got daughter. Vishal has got daughter. Nilesh has marked option 2, which is father. Bimlesh has got father. Paul has got father. Mohit has got father. Malbika says it's father. Priyanka, Ashish Soni, John Master, Smriti Priyanka, Sai, Hemant. All these guys have got father, but Sarika has got mother as the answer. Then we have Ayushi Tripathi, Pooja, Chinku, Murli, Rashmi. Again, all of them getting father as the answer. Right? Many of you, in fact. Yeah. Father, but then Abhinav Paul has got daughter. I'm just trying to look at, look at the responses where answer is not father, because, majority of you have got father as the answer, except a few who have got mother or daughter there. And Satish, looks like you're too late. He's marked the answer as birds, which is the first question that we have solved today. So you're lagging behind. And Prateep has also got mother. Good, I think clearly the majority says father, except a couple of you have got mother or daughter there. So let's try and solve this now. See what it says. Here's the question. A family went out for a walk. Daughter walked before the father. Son was walking behind the mother and ahead of father. Brother in the family is walking behind the sister. Who walked last? Right? We have got options as son, father, mother, or daughter. So he's talking about a family which went out for a walk. Now the daughter walked before the father. Daughter walked before the father means what? The daughter is ahead of the father, right? Daughter is ahead of the father. The son was walking behind the mother and ahead of father. Son was walking behind the mother and ahead of father. Right? So son is between mother and father, where the mother is ahead of son and the son is ahead of father. Then the brother in the family is walking behind the sister. So if you try and understand, there are like 4 members in this family, right? He's talking about a mother, father, daughter, and son. And then he says brother in the family is walking behind the sister. Now the brother and sister relationship is between the son and daughter of these mother and father, right? So don't count it as 6 persons. There are only 4 persons here. Father, mother, son, and daughter, right? The brother here is the son and sister is the daughter there. So who walked last? Who is last in the sequence is the question here, right? Now look at this. Daughter walked before father. Daughter walked before father means what? Can we say daughter is ahead of father? Yes. Greater than, right? Ahead of father. Then son was walking behind the mother. Son is walking behind the mother. So son is behind the mother. Mother is ahead of son and ahead of father. Son was walking behind the mother and ahead of father. So son is ahead of father. So basically son is greater than father but less than mother. Greater than, less than means in terms of, ahead or behind, right? And the last statement says brother in the family is walking behind the sister. So brother here basically is the son and sister is the daughter. So what does it say? The son in the family is walking behind the daughter. Son is walking behind the daughter. So son is less than D, let's say. Now who walked last? Now who walked last would mean the person who is least. See, our understanding has been that this is used for ahead. and this has been used for behind, right? So going by that, who walked last is the one who's the least, right? So if you have to arrange these 4 persons in a ascending order, the one who comes first or the one who is least among these 4 will be the answer. So who walked last? Now there are multiple ways of solving it. I mean, you can try and find out the sequence of all the 4. That's one way of doing it, right? And you'll get the answer to that. Or maybe go for elimination. Elimination sometimes can be quicker, right? It'll help you eliminate the options very quick. How do you eliminate? See, look at the first statement. The first statement says D greater than F. Can D be the least? Daughter is ahead of father. So can daughter be the last person in the queue? No. So daughter is eliminated. You're getting it? Don't worry about the sequence. Just try to eliminate the wrong answers. Daughter is ahead of father. If daughter is ahead of father, can daughter be last? No. So daughter is eliminated. Next statement says, see, son is in between father and mother. So can son be the last person? No. Because definitely there is the father behind son. The father is behind the son. So son cannot be the last. Son is eliminated. Can mother be the last? No. Because mother is ahead of son. Can mother be last? Mother is also eliminated. Now the fact that son, mother and daughter are eliminated and we are left with only father, it has to be, the answer has to be father, right? Option 2 has to be the answer. Again, the last statement is not needed. In fact, it says son is behind daughter. Why do we need that? Son and daughter both are eliminated already. So if you look at it in the process, what have we done? We have not found what the right answer is. We are not trying to find out the right answer. We're trying to find out what the wrong answers are. Right? From the first statement, we knew that daughter cannot be the answer. So daughter is eliminated. From the second statement, we figured out that son and mother also cannot be the answer because son and mother are ahead of father. So son and mother cannot be the last person in the queue. And then we are left with only one option, father. And this concept has been discussed in our topic of ranking and ordering as well, right? The last model of ranking, model 6 of ranking talks about this in detail, right? So you can just refer to that in case you need more details. Here's the next question. Find the missing number in the following figure. Find the missing number in the following figure. General intelligence, right? So try to find out the missing number. There's a 4x3 table here. You have to find out what comes in place of question mark. Remember, there is no method or technique to get the answer to these questions, right? You just have to, give it a try. It's based on trial and error. You try with something. If you get an error, try with something else. If you think whatever you have tried with has satisfied, then that's the answer. But don't waste your time here. Don't waste your precious time here. Give it a shot, maybe 15, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. You should either get the answer or you should skip it. So let's see how many of you get it. Skip? Yeah. Good. I'm glad that you have started responding about what's happening at your end, right? I think many of you have skipped it, right? No idea, so you skipped it. Ashwin, by the way, has got option 3 as the answer. But yeah, Ashish also has got option 3. Amit Kumar has got no idea. We have Balu here who skipped it. Naveen, Amit Kumar, Harsha, Sri Krishna, all these guys have skipped. Vishal has got option 1, 6. Neeraj has also got option 1, 6. But then Yashvir, Genome, Mehtab Singh, Amit Verma, Monika, all these guys have skipped, right? Kubendran, yeah. Sanjeet also has got 6 as the answer. So I think many of you have got option 1, 6 as the answer, right? But clearly 90-95% of the guys have just skipped, right? Abbas Khan has also skipped. He says skipping is better than scoring negative marks there. Yeah, there's no point in guessing the answer in such cases, right? You never know what the answer could be. So don't try and guess. But looks like 3-4 of you have got option 1 as the answer, which is 6. Mamta has marked option 3, 2. And Himanshi has also got option 3. Pradeep Kumar has also got option 3. But most of you have skipped. Now let's discuss the solution here, right? Like I said, there is no method. There's no method in answering these questions. All I can do is give you the solution directly. So let's see what happens. The question says, find the missing number in the following figure. She has given us a figure, which is basically a table there, and asking us to find out the missing number, right? What comes in place of question mark. Now, if you look at the numbers here, we have got 3, 4, 4, 83. I mean, column wise, right? 3, 4, 4, 83, 4, 4, 3, 47, 3, 3, the missing number, and 20. The first thing that you should try and understand is, are the operations being done column wise or row wise? Right? I mean, some operation is being done, right? It's all based on some arithmetic operation between these values that results in, finding out the missing number there. So you have to try and understand what operations, but in which sequence are the operations being done? Are the operations being done vertically or horizontally? Now, when I look at the numbers here, clearly, if you see, the last row has got very big values, 83, 47, and 20, compared to the other values here, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, and 3, 3, whatever missing number there. So I am sure that there is some operation which is being done in this fashion to arrive at this number, right? We do something on 3, 4, and 4 to get 83, 4, 4, and 3 to get 47, and 3, 3, and whatever question mark to get 20. So the resultant column here, or the resultant row, is the last row, 83, 47, 20. Now let me tell you what's happening here. It is like this: 3 power 1 plus 4 squared plus 4 cube gives you 83. Verify that quickly. I have given you the logic already, right? Do the calculation, you will get the answer. So this is what is happening: 3 power 1 plus 4 square plus 4 cube equals to 83. Try this. 3 power 1 is 3, 4 squared is 16, so 3 plus 16, 19, and 4 cube is 64. 64 and 19 is 83, right? Similarly, so the sequence is very important. I mean, while many of you might have thought that 3, 4, and 4, or 4, 4, and 3 should give you the same result, but then because the positioning is different, we are getting different results. Now this time what happens? 4 power 1 plus 4 squared plus 3 cube should give you 47, right? So 4 plus 16, 20, 20 plus 27, 47. Now, if you have to get 20, how do we get it? 3 power 1 plus 3 squared plus question mark cube should be equal to 20. Now, simplify that. 3 power 1 plus 3 squared plus question mark cube equals to 20. You have understood? We have taken the first power in the first row, second powers in the second row, third powers in the third row to get the results in the fourth row. Sum of the first 3 rows to get the result of the fourth row, right? So do that now. 3 plus 9, 12. 12 plus question mark is 20. Or question mark cube is 20. So question mark cube will be 20 minus 12, which is 8. What cube is 8? 2 cube is 8. 2 cube is 8, right? So option 3, 2 will be the answer, right? Question mark comes out to be 2. Question mark comes out to be 2. I would like to mention a very important point. While now it looks like very easy to crack, now that we have discussed the logic, you may not get this logic in the exam, right? And don't panic if you're not able to solve this question. Like I said, most of the questions from general intelligence and reasoning are very easy to solve. There can be 1 or 2 of these type where it's tricky, right? It's all based on trial and error. Is there a shortcut? There's no shortcut. Is there a method? No. Is there a technique? There's no technique. You just have to try with random logic. I mean, based on whatever you think is going to be the right logic there, and see if it is giving an error. If it is not giving an error, that's the right one. Otherwise, try with something else. So it's simply based on trial and error. If you don't get the answer in the first 15, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, the best way to solve is to just skip and move to the next one, right? Don't get attached to such questions. Don't try to prove your mettle by solving and getting the right answer, right? Smart students do not waste their time. Okay, so that's about this question on missing number here. I hope all of you have understood what I'm trying to say. I mean, there's nothing to be understood in the question there. It's very simple, right? The first power of the first row plus the second power of the second row plus the third power of the third row will give you the result, which is the fourth row. But getting that in the exam is not very likely, right? And I mean, while we usually say that practice helps, I mean, practice does help, no doubt about that, no second thoughts on that. But in these kind of topics, even practice doesn't really matter. I mean, you solve 500 such questions, you may not be able to crack it in the exam. You do not practice any such question, you may get 5 out of 5 in the exam. I mean, let's assume there are 5 such questions as in the exam, right? Like number series, right? Number series, I've always mentioned that there's no point in solving more and more questions of number series. I mean, you got to do a minimum number of questions. You have to practice enough questions so that you understand different types of logics, right? See, it's all about thinking divergently. If you are not able to think differently, in order to get the logic, you will not be able to solve the question there. So while thinking divergently is important, doesn't mean that you solve thousands and thousands of questions during your practice so that you get 5 out of 5 in the exam. No, that's not the right strategy in my view. Okay, so make sure that you don't waste too much time on such questions, neither during your practice and especially during your exam there. Okay, let me present the next question to you all. Here's the next one. This is on blood relations now. See what it says. Seema is the daughter-in-law of Sudhir and sister-in-law of Ramesh. Mohan is the son of Sudhir and only brother of Ramesh. How is Seema related to Mohan? You have 1 minute for this and your time starts now. Wife is the answer. I mean, that's what I see from your responses, right? I think everybody's got wife as the answer so far. Yeah. Good. Looks like all of you are on the same page, right? Everybody's got wife. Not that everybody, as in everybody's got wife doesn't mean that you guys have got a wife, but everybody's got wife as the answer. Yeah. I'm just looking for inconsistencies there. Anyone who's not got wife as the answer? Okay, Neeraj Jha has asked a very interesting question. I was waiting for this comment actually, right? इतना easy आता है क्या sir? Well, नीरज, मैंने आपको सेशन के स्टार्टिंग में ही बताया था कि ये सभी क्वेश्चंस लास्ट ईयर पेपर्स में से चूज किए गए हैं. अब लास्ट ईयर अगर उन्होंने पूछा है तो इतने इजी क्वेश्चंस ये आते हैं. एंड आई एम टेलिंग यू राइट, जनरल इंटेलिजेंस एंड रीजनिंग बहुत इजी सेक्शन है. यू कैन जस्ट पिक अप एनी ऑफ द प्रीवियस पेपर एंड सी इट योरसेल्फ, राइट? Okay, so let's quickly take this up. The question here says Seema is the daughter-in-law of Sudhir and sister-in-law of Ramesh. Mohan is the son of Sudhir and only brother of Ramesh. How is Seema related to Mohan? So simple question type from blood relations. Let's draw the family tree here, family diagram here. Seema is the daughter-in-law of Sudhir, right? Daughter-in-law of Sudhir. Now what do you mean by daughter-in-law? Daughter-in-law is your son's wife. So Sudhir has got a son. We don't know who that son is, but that son's wife is Seema. Right? I'm just following the conventions that we had discussed. You must be aware of the conventions, right? So his son, so male person represented using the symbol here, is married to Seema. And a married couple is always represented using a double-headed arrow, right? Sudhir to his son is a single-headed arrow. But the son and Seema are married. So we use a double-headed arrow, right? Which means this is a couple. And sister-in-law of Ramesh. Now what do you mean by and sister-in-law of Ramesh? And always we refer to the first person there, right? So basically it is trying to say that Seema is the daughter-in-law of Sudhir and Seema is the sister-in-law of Ramesh. Seema is the sister-in-law of Ramesh. Seema is the sister-in-law of Ramesh. Now there are two possibilities. Strictly speaking, sister-in-law, like we have discussed in the blood relations video, sister-in-law are of two types. Right? Sister-in-law are of two types. What are the two types? Sister-in-law. Right? So one can be your brother's wife. Right? Your brother's wife is your sister-in-law. Or your wife's sister. Or maybe your husband's sister also, right? Your spouse's sister, to be general, right? Your brother's wife is your sister-in-law, definitely, and your spouse's sister. So your husband's or your wife's sister is also sister-in-law. So here when he says Seema is the sister-in-law of Ramesh, which type is he talking about? Is Ramesh's brother's wife Seema or Ramesh's spouse's sister is Seema? That's the question now. There are two types. There are two possible relations between, two possible relationship is the same, sister-in-law. Seema is the sister-in-law of Ramesh, but which type of sister-in-law? Is she Ramesh's brother's wife or is she Ramesh's spouse's sister, right? So that's a confusion, but when you read the next statement, it makes it very clear, right? See what it says. Mohan is the son of Sudhir. Mohan is the son of Sudhir and only brother of Ramesh. And only brother of Ramesh. So Mohan is the son of Sudhir. Sudhir is already there in the diagram here, right? So Mohan is the son of Sudhir and only brother of Ramesh. Now Mohan is the only brother of Ramesh and son of Sudhir. Clearly tells us that Mohan has to be this son who's married to Seema and he's the only brother of Ramesh. Now it's complete, right? The only brother of Ramesh is Mohan. Ramesh has got no other brother, right? Ramesh has got only one brother who's Mohan, who's the son of Sudhir. Seema is the daughter-in-law of Sudhir and sister-in-law of, now this relationship is satisfied. You see, sister-in-law of Ramesh. Seema is a sister-in-law of Ramesh. Ramesh's brother's wife. So this is the one that we are talking about. Ramesh's brother's wife. Ramesh's brother is Mohan. Mohan's wife is Seema. Now the question is, how is Seema related to Mohan? How is Seema related to Mohan? What is the relationship between Seema and Mohan? Wife. Right? It doesn't take so much of time. This is the explanation, right? Don't go by the length of the explanation. It's very easy to crack. Should not take more than 20-25 seconds in the exam, right? Here's the next question. Find the odd word or letters or numbers from the given alternate. So one more question on finding out the odd one or classification, right? Let's see how many of you get the answer. Amit Verma, by the way, has asked a question here. He says, सर अगर हमसे कोई टेस्ट मिस्ड हो जाता है तो क्या हमें उस टेस्ट के क्वेश्चंस नहीं मिल सकते? वेल अमित वर्मा, यूर राइट. टेस्ट कौन से टेस्ट मिस कर सकते हो आप? सिर्फ ऑल इंडिया मॉक एग्जाम से मिस कर सकते हो, राइट? अदरवाइज तो बाकी सभी टेस्ट आपके अकाउंट में वैलिडिटी तक रहेंगे. लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर आपने मान लो 6 मंथ्स का कोर्स के लिए एनरोल किया हो, साइन अप किया हो, सो जो भी टेस्ट हम पब्लिश करते हैं, चाहे वो सब्जेक्ट लेवल टेस्ट हो या फिर फुल लेंथ टेस्ट, 6 मंथ्स तक वैलिड होगा, राइट? आप कभी भी ले सकते हो. हाँ, जो ऑल इंडिया मॉक एग्जाम्स कंडक्ट किए जाते हैं ये सिर्फ सैटरडे और संडे को ही अवेलेबल होते हैं. सो अगर आपने मिस कर दिया तो येस, यू हैव एक्चुअली मिस्ड इट. एंड क्वेश्चंस भी नहीं मिलते हैं. आई थिंक इन द करेंट स्कीम ऑफ थिंग्स क्वेश्चंस आपको नहीं मिलते हैं. बट एज फार एज आई नो, ये जो ऑल इंडिया मॉक एग्जाम्स आप अगर मान लो मिस कर देते हो सैटरडे या संडे को, देन मंडे ऑनवर्ड्स यू कैन स्टिल टेक द ऑल इंडिया मॉक एग्जाम बट विदाउट एनी टिया सपोर्ट, विदाउट एनी टिया एनालिटिक्स, राइट? अगर आपको टिया की एनालिसिस चाहिए आपकी परफॉर्मेंस के बारे में, देन आपको टेस्ट सैटरडे या संडे को ही लिखना होगा, द ऑल इंडिया मॉक एग्जाम, राइट? एंड यस, डेली टेस्ट भी सिर्फ 7 डेज तक ही वैलिड है. नाउ यू कैन से दैट सर अगर मिस कर दिया तो हमें चांस देना चाहिए, बट कितना चांस देंगे यार? 7 डेज आपको दिए हैं डेली टेस्ट अटेम्प्ट करने के लिए. अगर 7 डेज में भी आप नहीं ले पा रहे हो, इतना टाइम अगर आपके पास नहीं है, तो फिर क्या ही करोगे? एंड वी ऑल्सो वॉन्ट दैट सीरियसनेस टू कम इन, राइट? सो 7 डेज में अगर आपने मिस कर दिया डेली टेस्ट, सो यू हैव मिस्ड इट. सो सिर्फ लास्ट 7 डेज के डेली टेस्ट ही अवेलेबल होंगे. ऑलराइट, चलो. एनीवेज, व्हाट्स द आंसर? ऑप्शन 1, राइट? क्लियरली ऑल ऑफ यू गॉट ऑप्शन 1. नाउ टेल मी व्हाई डू यू थिंक ऑप्शन 1 इज द आंसर? By the way, I also see some of you have got the answer is option 4, AOT. So the confusion is between option 1 and option 4. Option 1 versus option 4. So tell me, why do you think whatever you think is the answer? And Manu here has got option 3 as the answer, QUD. So 1, 3 and 4. 1, 3 and 4. Right, so I think you guys have to give me your reasoning behind marking option 1 or option 4 or option 3 as the answer, so that we can decide which is a strong reason. Okay, Deepak says answer should be option 4, AOT, because it has got 2 vowels. Yeah. And Rishika Menon says it should be option 1 because in the remaining options the vowel is in between. Yeah. Yeah, I think all those who have marked option 1 as the answer are trying to say that in option 1 the vowel is in the 3rd position, whereas in the rest of the options the vowel is in the 2nd position. Right, vowel is in the middle, right, in the 2nd position. But then also look at what what the other guys have to say. All those who have marked option 4 as the answer, right? All those who have got option 4 as the answer, what they have got to say, they are saying that option 4 is the odd one because this is the only option which has got two vowels, and which in my view is a stronger reason, is a more solid reason compared to the previous one, right? I'll explain both the cases here, right? Now all those who have marked option 1 as the answer, CPA, they're saying CPA is the answer because rest of the options have the vowel in middle, right? Like for example, REB, the vowel is in the middle, QUD, the vowel is in the middle, AOT, the vowel is in the middle, but in CPA, the vowel is in the third position. So looks like, this is one way to classify the group and consider option 1 as the odd one. But then those who have marked option 4, they say that AOT is the odd one since the only option with two vowels. This is the only option with two vowels, right? A is a vowel and O also is a vowel. Remaining options have got only one vowel, right? A or E or U, but here we've got two vowels, A and O. Now, what should we do in such a case? And these kind of situations arise many a times in the exams, right? Where you are confused between two options, or maybe you are not confused. You have either got only option 1 or option 4 based on whatever you think is the logic. But sometimes if both ideas strike you, then you are like in a difficult situation, right? Now, what do you consider as the answer? So always try to go for what you think is a stronger reason. And in my view, option 4 seems to be the odd one because I would consider this reason to be a more appropriate one, this kind of a classification to be more appropriate one than the previous one. Because see, in the previous one, you're talking about the positioning of vowel. You are saying that CPA is the odd one because the vowel here is in the last position, whereas in the remaining options, the vowel is in the middle. But then in fourth option, there are two vowels and one of the vowels is in the beginning. So the whole idea about only one vowel being there in the word and that vowel has to be in the middle goes for a toss when it comes to fourth option, because here there's one vowel in the middle definitely, but there is also one more vowel which is the first one. So this doesn't really hold true, right? Option 4, yeah, seems appropriate. There are two vowels here, A and O, whereas the rest of the options have got only one vowel. So from these two, I think option 4 seems to be the correct one. I would like to hear more from others who disagree with what I'm trying to say here, right? Or who disagree with option 4 being the odd one. Yeah. So all those who had marked option 1 should either agree to this or tell me or give me a stronger reason. Yeah. Kiran Chotu says REB is a meaningful word. Well, being honest, I actually do not know what REB means, right? And we usually don't talk about meaningful words here. I mean, that's not the way you classify. CPA, QUD and AOT may not be meaningful words. I'm not sure about REB though, but yeah, that's not the right way to classify. So do you all agree that fourth one seems to be a better answer? Yeah, looks like many of you have agreed with option 4, right? Ashwin, Nikunj Agarwal, Vikas Lamba, Prabhakar Paul, Abhirami, right? So option 4 is the odd one. Let's go to the next question. Okay, here's the next one. This is on directions. Yeah, it says Ganesh cycled towards southwest. Ganesh cycled towards southwest a distance of 8 meters. Then he moves towards east a distance of 20 meters. From there he moved towards northeast a distance of 8 meters. Then he moved towards west a distance of 6 meters and blah blah. So just trace the path of Ganesh. Finally he's asking us to find out how far is he from the starting point. So a regular question type from directions, right? Trace the path of Ganesh and find out the distance between his end position and the starting position. But this one seems to be a little tricky because they're not cardinal directions, right? He's also used intercardinal directions like southwest and then northeast and southwest, etc. It's not just east, west, north or south. So be careful, trace the path properly, and I'm sure you should be able to get the answer without any difficulty. Got it? 10 meters, option 2. Option 2, or 6 meters, right? New answer coming in from Prabhakar Paul, who's got option 4, 6 meters. Yes, and I think Prateep has also got the same answer, 6 meters. So there's no consensus here, huh? Neeraj Jha has mentioned that it makes a parallelogram, right? So the more responses I read, I get to see that you guys have got either option 2, 10 meters as answer, or option 4, 6 meters. Yeah. Okay, now I think for the previous one, there are more logics coming in. We have Mahata here who says, if I say that the constant is the middle, then option 1 will be the answer. Well, there are different ways of looking at it. Like somebody has talked about, I think, the sum of the numerical positions, right? That way something else comes out to be the odd one. And this is a never-ending argument, right? So you just go ahead with what you think is right, in case you are confused. Otherwise, if you get only one way as an odd one, then mark it as the answer. Let's see. Sometimes you have to take a risk. Confused, huh? Neeraj is confused, and others have got 10 or 6. Chalo, let's take it up. I think I've given you enough time, and while I see that most of you have got option 2, 10 meters as answer, there are a good number of students who have got option 4. So we need to discuss this clearly. Try this out now. Look at this question. It says, Ganesh cycled towards southwest a distance of 8 meters. Then he moves towards east a distance of 20 meters. From there, he moved towards northeast a distance of 8 meters. Then he moved towards west a distance of 6 meters. From there, he moved towards northeast a distance of 2 meters. Then he moved towards west a distance of 4 meters, and then towards southwest 2 meters, and stops at that point. How far is he from the starting point? Right? Options given to us are 12 meters, 10 meters, 8 meters, and 6 meters. Now, once you read this question, you should actually be happy about the fact that all the directions have been clearly specified here. Right? It's not about right or left of Ganesh, that he has taken a left from there, then right from there, and then left and right and all that. Because there you have to kind of spend maybe 1 second or 2 seconds to find out what will be the left or right when a person is moving in a particular direction. Right? But we don't have to do that here, because very clearly he has mentioned the direction, the actual direction, right? Like southwest or east or northeast or west or northeast and so on, right? West here and so on. So just trace the path, right? All these directions, right? Directions, the cardinal and the intercardinal directions. I mean, I don't have to do this, but let us quickly recap, right? East, west, north and south, and then this is anything between north and east is northeast, right? In any direction between north and east. This is northeast. Then this is southeast. What we have here is southwest, and this one is northwest. All right. So let's trace the path now. So Ganesh cycles towards southwest a distance of 8 meters. Let's assume this is the starting point. He cycled towards southwest a distance of 8 meters. Well, it doesn't look like a straight line. Let me just try it once again. Yeah, so this is the starting point of Ganesh, let's say. Right? He started here. He travels towards southwest a distance of 8 meters. So he's traveled 8 meters. This is southwest. Then he moved towards east a distance of 20 meters. So he's at this point now. He moved towards east. Now east is anyway always towards this side, right? So he moved towards east a distance of 20 meters. So he has moved a distance of 20 meters. And he stops here, right? This is the stop. From there he moved towards northeast. From there he moved towards northeast. So from any point, northeast is always in this direction. So he moved towards northeast a distance of 8 meters. Northeast a distance of 8 meters, right? Now, strictly speaking, you cannot really answer this question. Answer cannot be determined to this question, because you got to understand that, like I mentioned earlier, any direction between north and east is considered to be northeast. Any direction between, south and east is considered southeast. Any direction between north and west is northwest. And any direction at any angle It can be 45 degrees northeast, 40 degrees northeast, 60 degrees northeast. All these are northeast only. Now, when you read the first part, it says Ganesh cycles towards southwest a distance of 8 meters. So this is southwest, then east 20 meters. And from here he says northeast. Now, northeast 8 meters can be considered in, infinite ways here, right? It can be 8 meters northeast like this, or 8 meters northeast like this, or this is 8 meters northeast, or this can be 8 meters northeast, or this can be 8 meters northeast. It should be between north and east. It should be between north and east. So multiple directions are possible, right? Infinite directions are possible. However, to keep it simple, and otherwise you will not get the answer, cannot be determined is not given in the options, right? So we'll consider that this southwest and this northeast are parallel to each other. Or let us assume that both are 45 degrees. Anywhere we is given southwest or northeast or northwest or southeast, we should consider it to be 45 degrees at an angle of 45 degrees. So going with that assumption, what happens? At this point, he travels. From there, he moves northeast a distance of 8 meters. So he's now moved northeast a distance of 8 meters. So these two are parallel. Understand, these two lines are parallel to each other. Well, they may not look like in the diagram here, but these are actually parallel. Then he moved towards west a distance of 6 meters. So he's at this point now, and he's moving towards west now. How much? A distance of 6 meters. So he moves a distance of 6 meters. Right? Again, realize that this line, the 20-meter line and the 6-meter line that we have drawn are parallel. He stops here. From there, he moves northeast a distance of 20 meters. Again, northeast, there are infinite ways of doing it, but we'll consider the same angle, 45 degrees. So he moves northeast a distance of 2 meters. So he moves 2 meters. He moves a distance of 2 meters. Then he moves towards west again, a distance of 4 meters. He moves west again, a distance of 4 meters. And then towards southwest. See, he's at this point, he moves southwest, a distance of 2 meters. Southwest is this. Well, all these are parallel. I think I'll just redraw only this last section here. You don't do this drama in the exam, huh? You won't be getting extra marks for doing it neatly. I'm just trying to make it look appropriate so that you can follow it easily. So what happened? He moved 6 meters here, and then northeast a distance of 2 meters here, and then west a distance of 4 meters, right? Distance of 4 meters, and then southwest distance of 2 meters. 2 meters. And then stops at this point. This is the stopping point. So this was the starting point, and this is the stopping point. Here's the stopping point. So how far is he from the starting point? So we got to find out the distance between these 2 points. What is the distance between these 2 points is the question. Now if you understand, all these legs are parallel, right? All these slant legs that you see are parallel. I'll highlight I'll highlight these legs. All these are parallel. Understand? This one, they're all parallel, right? And then these ones are also parallel, like this and this and this. These are all parallel. So all the green highlights are parallel, all the yellow highlights are also parallel. So going by the diagram now, if you look at it, since this 2 meters and 2 meters are parallel, right? Since these two lines are parallel to each other, and if this horizontal line is 4 meters, I can say this also is 4 meters. This will also be 4 meters, right? So what's the total now? This is 10. You see, 6 plus 4, 10. This comes out to be 10. And we know that these two are also parallel. These two yellow highlights are also parallel. If these two are parallel, and then since this 10 meter and 20 meter are also supposed to be parallel, both of them have to be equal. From this makes a parallelogram. If you understand STUV, let's say, I'm just giving some variables there, right? So STUV has to be a parallelogram. STUV. So this is 20, this is 8, this is 8, and we know that up to this point it is 10. So obviously this one also has to be 10 because both will be equal, right? So this question mark here should be equal to 10 meters. 10 meters, which is option 2. All right. So the final answer to this question is option 2. So it's all about tracing the path properly there, right? And remember that one underlying assumption here is that northeast or northwest or southeast or southwest are all at a 45-degree angle. We have assumed that. Otherwise, you will not be able to solve this. Otherwise, the question cannot be answered, right? Answer cannot be determined. So option 2, 10 meters is the answer. Now let me see how many of you have followed it. Did you all get this? Can we go to the next one? Rudraditya Mohanty, by the way, has mentioned that, but 90% of the time when no specific angle is given, we consider it as 45 degrees with respect to the cardinals. Even the Royal Science Physics follows the above convention. Well, I'm glad that you have given so much of detail. While I don't understand what is Royal Science Physics, we will keep it simple. Like you said, 45 degrees. If it is not specified, just go ahead and consider it to be 45 degrees. But strictly speaking, if one of the options where cannot be determined, I would have marked cannot be determined, right? Yeah, Tanya has also mentioned that if you consider so much, then we cannot answer a single question involving directions. Yeah, you actually cannot answer questions involving directions if you start thinking so much in detail, like how many degrees northeast, how many degrees northwest. But given the way the questions asked these days are getting complex, or the difficulty level is going up, you should be aware of the fact that this is with an assumption. I'm not saying that you should always think so much about these directions, but you should be clear. It should be clear in your head that what you're doing is based on an assumption, right? So option 2, 10 meters is the correct answer. I'm not sure why many of you've got 6 meters as answer there, but I'm assuming that you have got the you have clarified your own mistake there, right? So let's move to the next one now. So sharing the screen again, and here's the next question. Or try this. This is one more on directions, right? Oh, interesting question. See what it says. Daily in the morning, the shadow of Gol Gumbaz falls on Barakaman, and in the evening, the shadow of Barakaman falls on Gol Gumbaz exactly. So in which direction is Gol Gumbaz to Barakaman? Now this is a logical question. Huh? By the way, there's some printing error here. Sorry about that. This is option 3. So option 1 is eastern side, option 2 is western side, option 3 is northern side, and option 4 is southern side. So try and answer this. See, if you have looked at our topic of directions, if you have seen the videos that we have on directions, you would know how to answer this question. This is that last model of directions where we have talked about two people standing face to face, shaking hands in the morning or evening when the sun is rising or sun is setting, right? So it's based on that concept. Amit Kumar is the first one to respond. He says it should be east side, eastern side, but then the immediate next response is from Siddharth, who has got western side. But all others so far, yeah, Preeti Kumari, Shri Krishna, Manu, Balaji, Balu, Vinod, and Deepak and Abhishek have got eastern side, and somebody has got northern side. How is it north here? Naman Agarwal has got northern side, and there's one more guy who's got north as the answer. North? Okay. Yeah, Prateep and Naman, these two have got north as the answer, or northern side as the answer. But most of you have got option 1, eastern side, and one of you have got, or I think a few of you have got western side as well. So only southern side is left out. If one of you gives the answer as southern side, we will be covering all the 4 options there. I mean, we would have covered all the 4 options. Western side, Pravi has got western side, Isha has got eastern side. So much of confusion there, huh? Let's take it up. Let's see what the answer is. So the question here reads, daily in the morning, the shadow of Gol Gumbaz falls on Barakaman, and in the evening, the shadow of Barakaman falls on Gol Gumbaz exactly. So in which direction is Gol Gumbaz to Barakaman? Now, the concept that we need to use here is the one that we have discussed in the last model of the topic of directions, right? See, you know, in the morning when the sun rises, the direction in which sun rises is east, right? So in the morning when the sun rises, see, the shadow is always on the opposite side of the sun. right? I mean, let's say you're talking about morning, right? The sun rises in the east. The sun rises in the east, right? Now, there's this pillar or a person standing here. Let's say this is the pillar on the ground, right? Pillar on the ground. Where will the shadow fall? So what happens is, morning, the sun is in the east, right? The sun rays will hit this pillar, okay? And because of which a shadow is formed on the opposite side. So this is the pillar P, but then the shadow formed is on the opposite side. This is the shadow S of the same pillar. You're getting it? This is the shadow of the pillar. So the shadow is towards the west, right? The sun is in the east, shadow is towards the west. By noon, right? By noon, what happens? The sun comes vertically on top, right? Vertically on top. You know that in noon, at noon the sun is over your head, right? So the sun rays directly fall on the body. And where will the shadow be? The shadow will be exactly in this position, right? Will be under you, right? Under the person or under the pillar. And towards the evening, when the sun is setting down, right? When it comes in the west direction, what happens? Then the rays will hit the pillar. Pillar is not moving. The pillar stands there, right? The pillar is here, but the shadow comes on this side. So this is like the morning shadow, and this is the evening shadow. You understand? I hope all of you have understood the concept. So the point that I'm trying to highlight here is the shadow and the sun are always in the opposite direction. The shadow and the sun are always in the opposite direction, right? This is the morning shadow, and this is the evening shadow. What we see here is the noon shadow. I mean, there's the shadow at noon, which actually doesn't really exist, right? So this is what happens, right, from morning to evening. Now, if you use the same concept, you'll be able to solve this question easily, right? See, daily in the morning. So when he uses the term morning here, it means the sun is in the east. Shadow of Gol Gumbaz falls on Barakaman. So this point is very important. You know that in the morning the sun is in the east. The shadow falls on which side? Shadow falls on the west side always. Whether it is Gol Gumbaz or Barakaman, the shadow will fall on the west side. So let's say this is Gol Gumbaz and this is Barakaman. Right, in the morning when the sun is in the east, right here, the shadow of Gol Gumbaz falls on Barakaman. So morning, what happens in the morning, right? The shadow will fall on the west. Shadow will fall on the west. Now, since the shadow will fall on the west, can I say Barakaman is on the west? Actually, we should not write both Barakaman and Gol Gumbaz in the beginning itself. I mean, to make it easy for you to understand, it's like this. In the morning, the sun is in the east and Gol Gumbaz is here. We know that the shadow falls on the west. But the question says that the shadow of Gol Gumbaz falls on Barakaman. So can I say the Barakaman is on the west of Gol Gumbaz? Done. There ends the problem, right? And in the evening, the shadow of Barakaman falls on Gol Gumbaz. Obviously, when the sun comes in the west in the evening, Barakaman shadow will fall on Gol Gumbaz. In the morning, Barakaman shadow is also falling towards west. But evening, Barakaman shadow will fall on Gol Gumbaz and Gol Gumbaz shadow will fall on this side, on the east side. But then the first statement itself is enough. I mean, the second part is redundant in my view. Let me highlight. The second part here is not really needed, right? And in the evening, the shadow of Barakaman falls on Gol Gumbaz exactly. This is not needed. From the first part alone, we can say that Gol Gumbaz is towards the east of Barakaman or Barakaman is towards the west of Gol Gumbaz. Right? In the morning, the shadow of Gol Gumbaz falls on Barakaman. So, in which direction is Gol Gumbaz to Barakaman? In which direction is Gol Gumbaz to Barakaman? See, Barakaman is towards west, but Gol Gumbaz is towards east. Right? Gol Gumbaz is towards east. Read the question carefully. In which direction is Gol Gumbaz to Barakaman? Gol Gumbaz in which direction to Barakaman? So, to Barakaman, Gol Gumbaz is in the east direction. So, eastern side is the answer. Suppose the question is flipped. In which direction is Barakaman to Gol Gumbaz? Barakaman is towards the west of Gol Gumbaz. Right? Gol Gumbaz is to the east of Barakaman. So, eastern side, option 1 will be the answer. Did you all follow that? Neeraj Jha says, I wish if quant comes this easy. Well, don't wish that, because you know that quantitative aptitude is not as easy as general intelligence and reasoning. There we have to use a formula or a technique or a shortcut or some method and then play with those numbers, right? Do that calculation to arrive at the answer. So, no point in daydreaming, right? Yeah, Tanya is right when she says only the first statement is enough first sentence is enough to answer the question. Got it? While many of you think it's very easy, I had to explain so much in detail or kind of revise the concept there because many of you got western side as the answer. So either you have not read the question properly or you have not got the concept properly, right? Answer is eastern side. Should we go for the next one now? Any confusions here? Next one. All right, so time to take the next one, and here we go. Okay, the next question is on cubes or a cuboid here, right? A cuboid has 6 sides of different colors. The red side is opposite to black, the blue side is adjacent to white, the brown side is adjacent to blue, and the red side is facing down, or the red side faces down. Which one of the following would be opposite to brown? Try this. We have discussed such questions in the topic of cubes and dice. This is a question on dice, right? Not cubes actually. So 45 seconds for you. I'm sure you'll be able to crack it. Your time starts now. Blue. Raji is the first one to respond. He says blue is the answer. And I'm sure all of you are aware of the fact that West Indies has chosen to bat against India. Today is the last of the 5-match ODI series that we have. White. Okay, so there are others who have got white as the answer. I think we started with blue, but now we have moved to white. Most of you have got white. Priyanka, Manoja, Harsha, but then yeah, many others have also got blue. So the confusion is between white and blue. Is it 3 or 4? Anyone who's got red or black? Which one of the following would be opposite to brown is the question. Red, black, white or blue? Deepak says no idea. Abhijit has skipped it. Smriti has got white. Anoop has got blue. Jyotish has got white. Venkat and Apurva have got white. Rashmi Naik says I don't know. Good. So good to see that some of you have skipped it because you are not, you don't have any clue, but then you should have skipped it much earlier. Skipping a question after spending 40-45 seconds means you have wasted your precious time. Chalo, shall we take this up now? Yeah, enough time given, and we are still fighting between white and blue. Let's see what the correct answer is. So the question here says a cuboid has 6 sides of different colors. A cuboid has 6 sides of different colors. The red side is opposite to black. The blue side is adjacent to white. The brown side is adjacent to blue. The red side faces down, or is facing down, or is, yeah, let's say it's facing down. Right, so the red side is facing down. Which one of the following would be opposite to brown? Which one of the following would be opposite to brown? So let's list down all the different colors here, right? What are the different colors? 6 different colors. Here it says there is a cuboid which has got 6 sides of different colors. So the different colors that we find are red, black, then we have blue, white, then he's mentioned brown here, brown and which other color? That's it, only 5 colors. Hold on, red, black, blue, white, brown. So the 5th color has not been given at all. Red, black, blue, white, brown. So which one of the following would be opposite to brown? So there has to be one more color. I think that color has not been given here, right? So let's say some unknown color there, right? Some color. So these are the 6 colors: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. Now, which of the following is opposite to brown is a question, right? What is opposite to brown? Now, I think the easiest way to solve this question would be to eliminate the wrong answers, right? Don't try to find out what the correct answer could be, but try to eliminate the wrong ones, which you know definitely cannot be opposite to brown, right? What do we have to find out? What is opposite to brown? What is opposite to brown? That's the question, right? Which color is opposite to brown? Now read the first statement. The first statement says the red side is opposite to black. Now if red is opposite to black, can red be opposite to brown? No. So it's not the answer. If red is opposite to black, means black is opposite to red. So can black be opposite to brown? No, because black is opposite to red. So black cannot be the answer. You getting it? It's like what we do in ranking, right? Don't try to find out who is the shortest. Find out who is not the shortest. So that's what we're trying to do here. Now the blue side is adjacent to white. The blue is adjacent to white. Okay. That doesn't really help eliminate anything. The brown side is adjacent to blue. The brown side is adjacent to blue. Now try and understand, if the brown side is adjacent to blue, if the brown is adjacent to blue, can brown be opposite to blue? If the brown side is adjacent to blue, can brown be opposite to blue? No. Either the sides are adjacent or they're opposite. They cannot be both adjacent and opposite at the same time, right? So the brown side, the very statement that the brown side is adjacent to blue tells us that blue cannot be the answer. Blue cannot be opposite to brown. So blue is also ruled out. The red side is facing down. I mean, that doesn't really help, right? The red is facing down. Which one of the following would be opposite to brown? Which will be opposite to brown? So I think, from the options, the red, black, and blue are eliminated, right? Red is eliminated, black is eliminated, and blue is also eliminated. So the only left out option is option 3, white. Right? So option 3, white is the answer. So I think all those who were confused between white and blue should understand that the key here was this statement, that the brown side is adjacent to blue. If brown is adjacent to blue, how can blue be opposite to brown? Blue cannot be opposite to brown. So that's very clearly eliminated. Option 3, white would be the answer. Now, I would like to understand why you guys were so confused with this one, right? In my view, this is a sitter. What is a smart method to solve the question? What's a smart method to find out the right answer? Don't find the right answer. Find out the wrong answers. Yeah? रुद्रादित्य मोहंती से बचपन का लूडो याद आ गया. लूडो में कहाँ आपके अलग अलग कलर्स हुआ करते हैं. Anyways, got it? White is the answer. Elimination is the best way to solve this. Yeah. Can we move to the next one? I'm waiting for those who got blue as answer, right? Are you clear with the solution, or you're still confused, or you still think option, blue is the answer? Clear? Yeah. Since there are no comments, I'll just move to the next one. Yeah. So the next question on your screens now. Somebody says I overlooked the statement that the brown side is adjacent to blue. You can't overlook a statement in a question which has got only 3 statements. No, how can you do that? Focus. Finally we have something very interesting. How many triangles are there in the figure given below? Let's see. Now, there's no method. Again, you usually go by counting, and by the way, options have not been given here, so it's going to be a little difficult for us, right? Because options are needed, right? Like I had mentioned in my last session as well, you should be able to eliminate the wrong ones. Like for example, if options, let's say, are 10, 15, 20, 25, and if you have got 16 triangles already, then you know that 10 and 15 are definitely not the answers, because 16 triangles are there means what? The answer should either be 20 or 25. But we don't have that luxury here because options have not been given. But then let's see. You treat it like a fill in the blank type of a question, right? It's not a multiple choice question, but fill in the blanks. Nikunj Agarwal says, please give the options. I wish we had options, Nikunj. Harsha has got 20, Vikas has got 9, Chaitanya has got 10. So let me read out all the answers. 20, I'm sure we'll have a list of at least 10 options. I'm sure we'll have 10 options. So 20, 10, somebody said 9, one person said 18 approximately. What do you mean by 18 approximately? Then 16, 14. See, this is what happens when options are not given, right? 13, yeah. And many of you have got 20, by the way, right? 20 is the most common answer that I see here. 11, 15, all right. So this is like some auction going on where you guys are bidding for something, right? 16 I have already taken up. 14, yes. Okay, Roshni has got 8. So 8 is one of the options. And 78. Roshni, did you mean 8 or 78? I'm sure you're not trying to say 70, right? How could you count 70 triangles so quickly? Yeah. Any more options? 15, I think, yeah, 15 I have noted down. 13 also is there. 21, okay, 21. So the highest bid so far is 21. And going by that, Neeraj wins the game, right? Neeraj has got 21. He's bid 21 for this. 14, 10, 6. Somebody has said 6. Venkat has got 6. Okay. Look at the variety here, huh? Genome has got 7. Okay. Interesting game, huh? Then we have Pradeep, who has got 16, which is already noted. Monica has got 10. Rajiv has got 10. John Master has got 10. 14. Nikunj Agarwal says it will be around 20. Around 20 means what, Baba? Around 20 is what? 18, 19, 21. Raji has got 9. Athira has got 9. Vinod has got 14. Puneet and Tatyush have got 10. 19. Somebody says 19. Nilesh Chaudhary has got 19, which is not there in my list. So 19 is the next option. Abbas has got 12. 12 is also not there in the list. 12. Yeah. You're trying to give me all the natural numbers available up to 20, 21. Huh? Anup has also got 12, right? Preetham has got 20. Sri Krishna has got 20, 15, 7. Somebody says 7. Amit Verma, 7. Thank you. One more option here. 7, sorry, 7 is already noted. 7 is noted already. Let me clear this. Wow. So I've got options for at least 4 more questions. Huh? Look at the variety here. 15, 8 is there, 9 is there. 17, somebody says 17. Tanya has got 17. Is 17 there already in the list? No, 17 is not there. So the next option that we have is 17. Yeah. Isha has got 6. Isha has got 6. 6 is there already, yeah. 24, Preeti Kumari wins the game. 24, she says 24. 24, yeah. 19 is there, yeah. 6, 15, 12, 14, 21, 21, 19, 18, 17, 21, 7, 12, 10, 20, 16. So Tanya says, till now I have got 21, I am still counting. Now, if you all believe what Tanya is saying, assuming that Tanya is correct, Tanya says I've already got 21 and I'm still counting. Now, the fact that Tanya has got 21, every answer less than 21 is ruled out. Every answer less than 21 gets eliminated. Right? So the only options available after that are 21 and 24. But just now I see Mamta's response, who has got 22. So 21, 22 or 24. I mean, assuming Tanya is correct. We are not sure about that, but assuming Tanya is correct. Should we stop it here now? But 20 is the most common response, very clearly. Yeah. So count the number of options that we have. Abhinav Paul says 21 is the final answer. So Abhinav also feels 21 is the final answer. Bhavani has got 22. Chalo. So we have got how many options? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm not sure if 18 triangles are there or not, but 18 options have come to us. All right. So let's take it up now. Let's start counting the number of triangles. Now, when you have no clue about how to solve this, and usually there's no method to solve these questions, you just have to count. So when you have no clue, you just go by counting. Start counting and try to eliminate the wrong answers. You're able to follow. Like for example, the moment I get 10 triangles here, if I am able to count 10 triangles, I'll eliminate all the options which are less than 10. So that's what you need to do in the exam. But you will be lucky in the exam. I am very unlucky here because I've got 18 options. You are lucky because you will get only 4 options in the exam. So it will be a far lesser job for you to do, right? So start counting the triangles. Now I usually prefer counting the smallest ones first, right? So let's count the smallest ones. I'll probably use different colors to highlight. So let's count the smallest ones first, right? So should I number or what? Yeah, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. You understand? 4 of the smallest triangles. 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4, right? Then if you see, I can also club these two. So this becomes 5. I'm writing 5 on that line because you have to ignore this line. So it gives you the 5th triangle, right? This one, the bigger one. Then 6, and then 7, and then 8. You understand? 1, 2, 3, 4 are the smaller ones. Then combination of this is another triangle. This is 6th one. This is the 7th one. Here is the 8th one, right? I hope you're able to follow. Now the fact that we have got 8 triangles already, option 7 is eliminated, right? Option 6 is eliminated. Anything less than 8 is eliminated, right? And proceed. So we've got 8 triangles already. Now what do we do? Now I think now that we've got 8, let's go for combination. I'll do one thing. I'll use different highlighters to show this to you, right? So 8 are already there. Now how do I show the other triangles? Or let me use the color itself, right? See, I'll merge these 4 parts. You know, forget about these 2 lines here. So this is a triangle, right? The combination of 1, 2, 5, 6, or the combination of 5 and 6 is another triangle, right? The 9th one. Combination of 5 and 6 is the 9th one, right? Similarly, combination of 6 and 7, 10th one. Combination of 7 and 8, 11th one. You're able to follow? So this dot indicate that you have to merge these 2 lines. I mean, ignore those 2 lines basically. So 5 and 6 combined will give you one more triangle. 6 and 7 combined will give you triangle, and 7 and 8 combined will give you one more triangle. So already 8 plus 3, 11. So you've got 11 triangles already. So 9 and 10 also will get eliminated. 8 also will get eliminated. You're able to follow? So this is the elimination technique that you have to use in the exam. I'm not trying to eliminate from all these 18 options here, but I'm trying to show you that you have to use the elimination process so that you don't really have to count all the triangles. If 3 of the options get eliminated, just mark the 4th one as the answer, right? The left out one as the answer. So we've got 8 plus 3, 8 plus 3, 11 triangles already. Now what else can be done? So if you see, we have counted all the smallest ones, independent ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we have counted the combination of bigger triangles. Like for example, this was one combination of 2 bigger triangles. Then this was another one, right? The 10th one, and this was the 11th one. Now let me take even bigger ones. So just keep increasing the size of the triangle, right? So let's say we are now counting this one. We've got 11 already, remember? 11 already. This is the 12th one. Yes or no? 12th triangle. I'm merging these 3. Right? Then 12th one. This is the 13th one. Right? 13th one. Right? 13th one. And then I can actually take the biggest triangle here, right? The full triangle, the 14th triangle. So we've already got 14. Now if you have got 14, then 11, 13, 12, all these get eliminated, right? So 14 are there, already 14 triangles are there, right? 14 triangles are there, but can there be more? Let's see, what else will be there? So 14 you have understood, I think. What are the triangles? Yeah, so now if you understand, I think you can also merge 1 and 2 to get one more triangle. You're able to follow? I think easiest way to solve this would be if I give numbers to each of the parts and then show you the number of triangles. I'll do that also, but understand, I can merge 1 and 2 to get one more triangle. You understand? 1 and 2 combination is one triangle. 2 and 3 combination is another triangle. 3 and 4 combination is another triangle. So already we have got 14. 14 plus 3, 17. Then the combination of 1, 2, 3 is one triangle. Combination of 2, 3, 4 is another triangle. You understand? Combination of 1, 2, 3 is one triangle. Combination of 2, 3, 4 is another triangle. So 14 plus 3, 17 plus 2, 19. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Combination of 1, 2, 3, 4 is one more triangle. So 14 plus 3, 17 plus 2, 19 plus 1, 20. 20 triangles. 20. We have already got 20. So 14, 18, 16, 19, 17. All these are ruled out. And I think 20 is the answer. We don't have more than 20 triangles. 20 is the final answer. You're able to follow. So the method that we have discussed here is elimination, right? I know it takes some time, but you got to practice a few questions. I'll give you a better way of solving this. I'll also give you a smarter, it's not a smarter method, but it's like a technique. You can remember that technique and just apply that to get the answer. It takes about 5 seconds to get the answer using that technique. I'll explain that technique to you, but I would not prefer that. It's like a shortcut formula, right? You have to just remember that for a particular type of diagram. Right? But anyway, focus on this now. What did we do? We have eliminated the wrong answers. Of course, 3 more options are there, 21, 22, 24, but there are not more than 20 triangles. I don't find more than 20 triangles here, right? So 20 is the final answer. But then let me also show you other way of solving this. It has become a mess, right? All this has become a mess. So let's do one thing. What I'm assuming that if I give a number to each of the parts and then tell you the combination, will help. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 components here, right? So look at the number of triangles. This will be easier to follow. Number of triangles, right? Look at the number of triangles. So 1 is a triangle, 2 is a triangle, 3 is a triangle, 4 is a triangle. 1 plus 5, 2 plus 6, 3 plus 7, 4 plus 8, right? Then 1, 2, 3, 4 are triangles. 1, 5, 2, 6. 1 plus 5 doesn't mean that you'll add and say 6. 1 plus 5 means first part and fifth part, combination of first part and fifth part. 1, 5 makes a triangle, 2, 6 makes a triangle, 3, 7 makes a triangle, 4, 8 makes a triangle. So we've got already 8 triangles here. Then what did we do next? 1 plus 2 makes a triangle. 1 plus 2, 2 plus 3, and 3 plus 4, right? So independent parts 1, 2, 3, 4, then 2 parts. So 1, 5, 2, 6, 3, 7, 4, 8, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. Then go for maybe 3 parts or 4 parts. So after that, I think 1, 2, 5, 6. 1 plus 2 plus 5 plus 6 makes a triangle. 2, 3, 6, 7. 2 plus 3 plus 6 plus. Sorry about this. 2 plus 3 plus 6 plus 7 makes a triangle. 2 plus 3 plus 6 plus 7. Then 3 plus 4 plus 7 plus 8. Yeah. So I think by using 4 parts, we get 3 triangles, right? 1, 2, 5, 6 combination, 2, 3, 6, 7 combination, and 3, 4, 7, 8 combination. Then let's go for a bigger combination, right? Combination of 6 parts. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 is one triangle. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 is another triangle. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. And that is it, right? 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. And after that, what do we have? So how many triangles have we got already? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 4 more are to be obtained, right? Yeah, I think what we missed here is this. Combination of 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4 also gives you a triangle, right? 1, 2, 3 is one triangle. 2, 3, 4 is the other triangle. I did not consider that, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3 is one triangle. 2, 3, 4 is the other triangle, right? 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 is one triangle. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the last one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 20 triangles altogether, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 20 is the answer, right? Total 20 triangles. 20 is the final answer. Okay. So I think, the previous method we are just trying to count, and because it is easier to do it yourself, easier to do when you are doing it yourself. But if I have to explain, I think this is the better way of explaining it, right? Give numbering to the parts and then show all the combinations possible. So 20 triangles. Now let me explain you a technique, a shortcut method, which will give you the answer in about 5 seconds, right? Shortcut. But the limitation here is you have to remember the shortcut clearly and apply the shortcut only for this particular type of a diagram. So the shortcut goes as follows. It is like this. Let's say there is this triangle which has been divided into 4 triangles like this, right? This diagram. I'll say case 1. What you have to do is just put numbering here. 1, 2. This is the technique. Don't ask me why this technique is working. It works. That's it. I mean, it's like a technique, right? You just have to remember and apply that. So you give 1, 2, 3, 4 numbering. The number of triangles will be as follows. Number of triangles. Number of triangles can be calculated as follows. Just add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. How many? 10. So 10 is the answer. You're able to follow. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. This technique works as simple as that. Give numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and add 10. Now, doesn't mean that in this case, you will add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 and 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8. Not that way. You're able to follow. I'm not saying that the sum of the number of, sum of the values of the parts will give you the answer. No, it's not that. It works here in case 1. But let's say case 2. Case 2. In case 2, let's say if I, let's say this is case 2. Let's assume this is case 2. Now in case 2, what happens? You have got this diagram, triangle, 1, 2, 3, 4. But it has been, one more line has been drawn, right? So it has become twice. It has become twice. So just do that 10 that you have got earlier into 2. So 20 is the answer. That's what we have got here, 20. Suppose this, let me take one more case, third case, to make it very clear to all of you. Suppose this is the triangle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what happens here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So if it is like this, how many triangles? 10 triangles. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. If there's one cut, 10 into 2. If there are 2 cuts, how many lines did I draw? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Right? I mean, this diagram doesn't look neat. Let me just redraw it once again. But if there are 2 cuts, you do it into 3 times. I mean, add 10 every time and you get the answer. You're able to follow? But you have to remember this technique. I mean, you have to remember the diagram and the technique. And that particular question has to come in the exam for this to help you. One, two. Yeah, it's like this, let's say. So if there's one cut, 20. If there are 2 cuts, then what will be the answer? 10 into 3. 3 sections, right? 10 in each section, so 3 sections, so it makes it 30. That's how you go for it. Alright, so in this case, what you do, in this case, you should realize that, okay, this is like a triangle which has got 4 sections, so 1, 2, 3, 4, but since there is a cut there, it becomes 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 into 2. So 10 into 2, 20 will be the answer. So if you can remember this technique, the shortcut that we have discussed, you'll get the answer in 5 seconds. Otherwise, counting will take up to a minute, right? Not more than that. The final answer is 20. I hope all of you have followed this. You should not be asking me questions on the technique there. Why it works? It works, right? But we have also counted the 20 triangles, so you know that it actually is the correct answer. This technique is awesome, right? Yeah, I know it's awesome. It will be awesome if you could recall this at the right time. Somebody says 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. We have considered, right? 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 triangle. Rashmi Nayak. In my list, yeah, we have 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So that's there. So trust all of you have understood this. Can we just, will this work on every similar quadrilateral? No. Again, it depends, no? What is asking us to find out? He's asking us to find out the number of triangles. How many triangles are there? Suppose he says how many quadrilaterals are there, then this technique doesn't work. Or how many parallelograms are there, or how many squares are there, or how many rectangles are there, then this wouldn't work. So that's what I'm saying you, that the shortcut comes with a lot of limitations, right? It comes with a star mark. Now that star doesn't mean that it is important, right? I mean, we used to put star marks in our notes, right? Important. Star doesn't mean important. Star here means conditions apply. You have to remember all the conditions for you to be able to apply it at the right place at the right time and get the right answer. Okay, can we go to the next one? This is applicable to this figure only, this type of figures only. Chalo, let's take the next question. Let me just clear this whole mess that has come up here, right? Oh, I have to share the screen. So the next question on your screens now. How many total triangles are there in the figure 1 and figure 2 given below? So one more question on diagrams here. Let's see if you can get the answer. How many triangles are there? Sachindra has asked the question, this technique works for a right angle triangle or any triangle in that fashion, right? Any triangle of that type as in not right angle triangle, it can be a other type of triangle also, but the divisions made should be of that form, right? Now the question here is how many total triangles are there in figure 1 and figure 2 given below? Quick. So there are two figures, figure 1 and figure 2. We are required to find the total number of triangles in these two figures. Got it? 14, huh? 5 and 9, so 14 is the answer. Remember, I mean, all those who are giving 5, 9 as the answer are wrong. Read the question properly. What is he asking us to find out? How many total triangles are there in the figure given below? Total number of triangles. Total number of triangles. How many total number of triangles are there in the figure given below? So total is not 5, 9, it's 5 plus 9, 14. Right? Okay, so let's take this up now. So here the question says how many total triangles are there in figure 1 and figure 2 given below? How many total triangles are there in figure 1 and figure 2 given below? So there are two figures, figure 1 and figure 2. We have to find out the total number of triangles in these two figures. So what are the number of triangles in figure 1? I think again, if you go by the number of, if you go by numbering of parts, like 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say. So what are the number of triangles? 1 is a triangle, 2 is a triangle, 3 is a triangle, 4 is a triangle. And I think the only other triangle we have is 1, 2, 3, 4. So total 5 triangles here, right? How about figure 2? Try out figure 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what are the triangles here? 1 is a triangle, 2 is a triangle, 3 is a triangle, 4 is a triangle, 5 is a triangle, 6 is a triangle, 7 is a triangle, right? Then 1, 2, 3, 4 is a triangle. Yeah, Yeah, 1 2 3 4 is a triangle, and then I think 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 is a triangle. Any other triangle there? No. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, total 9 triangles, right? I mean, I've just put the numbers there so that it becomes easy for you to understand what triangle am I referring to, right? When I say 1 2 3 4, I am referring to a combination of 1 2 3 and 4 parts. When I say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, we are referring to this whole one big triangle there, right? So 5 plus 9, 14 triangles, right? Total triangles will be 14. Total number of triangles is 14, right? He did not ask us to find out the independent number of triangles, right? Total number of triangles, 14 is the answer, right? 14 is the answer. But then here again there's a technique, right? There's a technique which let me explain you, right? Again, you have to remember for which type of figures does it work, right? So let me give you the shortcut, right? Shortcut is as follows. See, consider this triangle here. While it's easy to count, I mean, this way in this case it was not difficult, it's easy to count, but remember, if suppose more and more triangles are inscribed, then it becomes complex, right? So if you observe in these figures, what do we see? We see that a triangle is inscribed inside a triangle. In the first case, the number 2 was inscribed under 1 2 3 4. In the second case, 1 is inscribed under 1 2 3 4, and 1 2 3 4 is inscribed under inside 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. You understand? A triangle inscribed inside a triangle, right? So how do you work on such questions? How do you crack such questions? Simple. The technique goes as follows. Here, what you have to do is try to understand the number of unit triangles. Like for example, 1 2 3 4, which is always 4, right? Unit triangles. Now 4 multiplied by the number of inscribed triangles. Let me rewrite. Right, so this will give you 4 into number of inscribed triangles plus 1. Now how many triangles are inscribed? Only one triangle is inscribed. Yes or no? Only one triangle is inscribed here. So it will be equal to 4 into 1 plus 1, which gives you 5. So total triangles are 5 without counting. 4 are these unit triangles, number of inscribed triangles. There is only one inscribed triangle, only one triangle has been inscribed, plus 1. This 1 actually refers to the outermost triangle. I mean, if you have to kind of decode the formula there, this 1 refers to the outermost triangle. Right? Outermost triangle. Alright? So, suppose if you take the second figure now, there are 2 triangles inscribed, right? Same formula works. So there's this big triangle within which we have one small triangle. So unit triangles like 4, right? So this is the formula, just remember. This is the shortcut formula. So this time what do we do? 4 into the number of inscribed triangles. There are 2 triangles which have been inscribed, right? This is the first one and then the second one. Right? 2 triangles are inscribed, not 1. 2 triangles have been inscribed. So 4 into 2 plus 1. 8 plus 1, 9 is the value. Similarly, let's say there is one more triangle inscribed inside this. What do you do? 4 into 3 plus 1. That gives you the answer. I mean, formula, just remember the formula. 4 into the number of inscribed triangles plus 1. 4 into the number of inscribed triangles plus 1. Counting also is not difficult in such cases, but yeah. So 5 and 9 here, he is asked for total 5 plus 9, 14 would be the answer. Okay. Now, the next question. Here's the next one. How many rectangles are there in the figure given below? Now, this is again about number of quadrilaterals there, but this time he's talking about number of rectangles. Looks like Preeti Dubey has been late to this session, right? He says, I'm late and I have missed it. Yeah, you have actually missed it because we are gonna close it in the next 5 minutes, right? We'll close the session in 5 minutes. But like Abbas Khan has mentioned, it was a very easy one. Don't you worry, you haven't missed much. See, easy or difficult, it depends on your preparation level, I would say. But you haven't really missed anything because the same session will get added to your account by tomorrow end of the day, right? So you can watch it after that. So if you have missed it, don't panic, don't worry. Watch it later. Later as in after 24 hours when we add this to your account. Now here the question is about the number of rectangles. Let's see how many of you get the answer. And I repeat, this probably will be the last question of the session today because we are at 7:55, only 5 minutes left. I mean, we have more questions, right? More questions on cubes and dies and things like that, which we will take up in our next refresher session, right? You know that one more session on general intelligence and reasoning is planned. So we'll take it up then. Got the answer? $30, $22, $26. Okay, options are not there again, right? So let's play the same game. Let's play that game again. It was interesting for me. I'm sure others will feel like, why are we wasting time? But I'll get to know the variety of answers that you get, right? So options are not here. Let me just read out. So the question here is, how many rectangles are there in the figure given below, right? And the different answers that we have got are 16, 20, 26, right? 28, 23, 28, 23, 24, 36, 15, 22, right? 16 is already there. 32, somebody has got 32, 32, all right. And 22, yes, I have already considered. 25, 25 is not there in the list. So 25 and 28, 28 is there, 26 is there, 30 is not there, right? 30 is also there as one of the responses, 30. Nikunj Agarwal says, I'll mark the answer as 30. Rishika has got 22, which is already noted, 25. Rajiv has asked a question, is it possible to score 50 out of 50 in reasoning? Well, yes, it is possible. People do score 50 out of 50 in general intelligence and reasoning. Okay, we have 29, somebody's got 29. 16, 18, 16 is already there, 18, let me note 18. Then 14, 14 is there, 14, okay, 14 is not there. So 14, let me note that, 14, 37. Okay, the highest is 37, 37, 37, 1, 37, 2, 37, 3. So sold for 37, huh? Highest value here is 37. So if 37 is actually correct, then definitely all others are wrong. I mean, if somebody has been able to count 37 rectangles here, means all others are wrong. But then I just see that Anindya Chakrabarti has got 40. 21, somebody's got 21. 21 is not noted. Yeah, so let me take 21 also as one of the options. 35, all right, 35. I'll just finish this column as well and then we'll stop and we'll discuss the solution. 35, 38. 38, did we note 38? No, 38. 38 has also come. 37, okay. 37. 22, 24 have been noted already. And 26. Tanya says 26 is final. So Tanya has decided that 26 is the final answer. And then we have 28, 36. Snigdha also says that 26 is the final answer. But then we have Fahim Akhtar, Kuldeep Singh, who've got 28, 36. Ramki Subramanian has got 23. Is 23? Yeah, 23 is there in the list. Manasa has got 29. Did we note 29? Yes, 29 is also there in the list. 27. 27 is a new response. So let me note 27 and stop here. I mean, I'm sure we can go on and on forever like this and you will give me all the possible numbers from 1 to 100 at least. But most of these are in the range of 20 and 30, right? So looks like the answer is somewhere between 20 to 40. Yeah. Okay. So stop it now. I think the game is over. Let's discuss this. Is there any shortcut for this? Well, yes, there is a shortcut for this as well. I'll give you the shortcut, but before that, let us actually count. Let's count. Okay, let's count now. Okay, somebody's mentioned that 37 is repeated twice in my list. Did I copy 37 twice? Oh yeah. Sorry about that. Now out of that OCD that I have, right? You understand OCD? Obsessive compulsive disorder. I need one more option. So please bear with me. Give me some number quickly. 32, did I note 32? 32 I have noted, I guess, yeah. 26 is also noted. Do we have anything that I've missed? And you guys are like very interesting. You've also noted that I've copied 37 twice. So you were also paying attention. I thought only I am enjoying the game. But no. Anything that I've missed? Tanya again says 26 is final. Let's see. And Rudra Aditya Mohinty says I've involved my sister also in counting. So Rudra, you're cheating, huh? 2 people are not allowed here. What is this? I hope you don't take your sister along with you in the exam. 28, Abhijit says 28. Did I note 20? 28 is there in the list. 34 is also there in the list. 34 is not there in the list. Is 34 there? 34 is not there. So I've got my replacement. 34. Chalo. Now I'll be okay to try this. 34. All right. Now let's count. So these are all the options that you've given. Thank you so much. So I think I should stop giving options for questions from now onwards, right? Today it was an accident that for 2 of these questions options are not given. And you guys gave me all these variety, huh? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You have beaten your last record, right? You gave me 18 options. This time we have 19, 20, 21 and 22 options. Good. I'm not sure whether 22 triangles are there or not, but 22 options have definitely come. Okay. So let's do the counting. These are all the options. We will eliminate the options, but let's count. And I think instead of counting the rectangles, I'll just do the numbering and do it. Numbering is easy, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll tell you the shortcut later, but let us actually count first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Why am I counting when we already have a shortcut? Because you may not remember the shortcut always, or you may not have the shortcut for every type of diagram. So it's important that you know how to count. I mean, of course, you know how to count, but then you should be good at counting, right, and eliminating the options. So that is the reason we are doing this exercise. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Numbering has been given to all the parts. Now let's count the rectangles. How many rectangles are there in the figure below? So number of rectangles. Your options itself has taken half of the screen. I'm not sure if I'll be able to count all the rectangles in this limited space. And this place is blocked for the shortcut. Here we'll discuss the shortcut. I'm writing the heading already so that you guys are glued to the screen. Now count the number of rectangles. 1, 2, 3. All these are rectangles, right? Independent ones. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we already got 9, but nothing is less than 9 here. So we'll have to continue. Then 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9. 1, 4, 4, 7. Try to look at the sequence, the way I am counting. I mean the directions in which I am moving. Right? 5, 8, 3, 6, 6, 9. So what did you do? Always start with the smallest units first. So smallest units are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All these are rectangles. Then combination of units. So see if 2 units can give you rectangles. Yes, 1, 2 will give me a rectangle. 2, 3 combination will give me a rectangle. Then if 1, 2, 2, 3 gives me, then 4, 5, 5, 6 and 7, 8, 8, 9 also gives me. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9. If I've done it horizontally, I should be able to do it vertically as well. So 1, 4, 4, 7. So you have to count in a fashion that you don't miss out on anything. Don't randomly start counting. 1, 2 is a rectangle, then 5, 8 is a rectangle, then 3, 6 is a rectangle, then 7, 8 is a rectangle. Your life will become miserable if you start counting in a random fashion. You should follow a process, flow, so that you know that, okay, these type of triangles have been counted. So we do 1, 4, 4, 7, then 2, 5, 5, 8, and then 3, 6, 6, 9. You understand? So 1, 4, 4, 7, 2, 5, 5, 8, 3, 6, 6, 9. How many triangles have come already? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Right? 9 plus 12. 21 triangles have come. So the fact that 21 triangles have come, 16 and 20 are eliminated. 15 is eliminated. Yeah, only 3 options have got eliminated. And suppose these 3 options are there in the exam, I would have marked the left out option as the answer. Because in the exam, we have only 4 options. I am unlucky that I have got 22 options here. Thanks to all of you. Let's continue the counting. So now 2 units are done. I don't think any more combination of 2 units will give us a rectangle, right? So let's go for 3 units. Yeah. So 3 units, clearly 1, 2, 3 is a triangle, or a rectangle, sorry. 1, 2, 3. If 1, 2, 3 is there, then 4, 5, 6. Then similarly 7, 8, 9. And if horizontally it has been done, then do it vertically as well. So 1, 4, 7. Then we have 2, 5, 6. And then, sorry, 2, 5, 8. And then we have 3, 6, 9. You're able to follow? So we had already 21 triangles here up to this point. 9 plus 6, 15 plus 6, 21 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 21 plus 6, 27. 27. So eliminate. Gone. Gone. I mean, I've got 27 rectangles already. So anything less than 27 is eliminated. Gone. Gone. And this is gone. Eliminated. 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 Wow. It feels so good to, cancel out options. 27. So all we have left out now is 27 or more than 27, right? 27 or more than 27. Yeah. So 3 ones are also counted. Any other combination of 3 that gives you? No. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8. 3, 6, 9. Now go for combinations of 4. Let's see, 4 gives us, 4 will also give you, right? 1, 2, 4, 5. 2, 3, 5, 6. 4, 5, 7, 8. 5, 6, 8, 9. So let's note that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, not 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 will not make a rectangle, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 is like L shape. 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. I am running out of space already. Then 2, 3, 5, 6, right? Then 4, 5, 7, 8. And then 5, 6, 8, 9. Yeah. So this box, this box, this box, and this box, right? Anything else? No. So all these points, I mean, if you remove these 2 lines, you get 1 rectangle. If you remove these 2 lines, you get 1 rectangle. If you remove these 2, here we get 1. So 4 more. So we were at 27. 27 plus 4, 31. 31 means what? 28 is eliminated. 30 is eliminated. 27 is eliminated, of course. Oh, sorry. 27 is eliminated. Yeah. And 29 is eliminated. So we are at 31. So only 5 options are left out now. 32, 34, 36, 37 and 40, right? Yeah. So what else? Combination of 4 units is done. 5, 6, 8, 9. Now you should understand that combination of 5 units will not give you a rectangle. Say 5 units means what? These are distributed like 3 by 3, right? This is a 3 by 3 matrix, 3 by 3 table. So if you take 5 units, you will never get a rectangle. Right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Will that be in the shape of a rectangle? No. It will be some odd L shape like structure, right? 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, let's say. It's again a L. 1, 4, 7, 8, 5. It's again like an L. L as in, it's not a rectangle definitely, right? So fives will not give you. Then count for 6. 6s. I mean, combination of 6 units. I'm sure combination of 6 units will give us rectangles. So 6 units means what? I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then, see, this top section is done, bottom section is done. Horizontally we have done. Now do vertically also. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. Right? And if 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8 is there, then 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9. 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9. So 4 more have come, right? So I think we are at 9, 15, 21, plus 6, 27, plus 4, 31. 31 plus 4, 35. 35 means eliminated. Okay, still many options are there, yeah. 35, 36, 37, 38, 40. 5 more options are there. You have given me like too many options. But I think the fact that we are following a process as in a step-by-step method, right? Started with smallest units, then 2 units, then 3 units, then 4, and then 6. It should be easy for us to count. So 6 units are done. Now 7, will not give you a rectangle. 8 also will not give you a rectangle. Since this is the 3 by 3 matrix, you cannot choose 8 of these boxes. That will never give you. Then I think the only thing left out is 9. And with 9, you can only make 1 rectangle, right? All 9 units have to be counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have left no space for me to count the rectangles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is only 1, the biggest rectangle. So 35 plus 1, 36 is the final answer. 36 is the final answer. 37, 35, 38, 40 are all eliminated. I mean, not eliminated. I know that 36 is the answer, so I'm stopping at 36. 36 is the final answer. So the number of rectangles here will be equal to 3, 6, 36. Now, do we have to do this drama in the exam always? Well, no, not really. But by elimination will help you solve it in about a minute. I mean, depends on the type of options given to you, right? Elimination can help. But is there a shortcut? Yes, there is a shortcut. Let me explain that. How do you do this? Simple. Let me consider this same figure given to you. Now, see, it's a simple figure, symmetric figure where a bigger rectangle has been cut into pieces. He's asking us to count all the possible rectangles in this. What you have to do is do the numbering row wise and column wise. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. The simple answer is this: 1 plus, I'll use a different color so that I can show you what calculation we are doing, right? Let me use this green here, right? The calculation is this: 1 plus 2 plus 3, this 1 plus 2 plus 3, and the product of these two. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 into 1 plus 2 plus 3. How much is that? 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. 6 times 6, 36. That is the answer. Compare the time that we have spent here in counting 36 triangles and see what we have done here. 36. Less than 5 seconds. But comes with conditions. What is the condition? It has to be of a figure of this type and applicable only in these cases. Let me give you one more example so that you're clear about how to use the formula, right? I'll go back to the color, right? Let me draw one more this thing. So suppose this is the figure. Whether lines are placed equally or not equally doesn't matter. Let me tell you again, maybe two lines are very close and the third one is far away. That doesn't really matter. Now in this case, can you tell me the number of triangles? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So your answer will be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 is 10. 10 times 10, 100 triangles. Within no time, you have counted 100 triangles here. I mean, if you remember this shortcut, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 into the same drama again, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. How much is that? So 3 plus 3, 6 plus 4, 10. 10 times 10, 100. So the number of triangles here are 100. All right, so that's the shortcut. Okay. Yeah, I can see all of you are marking the answer as 100. So just remember that. I mean, I think we have discussed 3 such techniques so far, right? I'm sure you'll be happy learning these things. But then difficult to recall. I mean, at least my memory is very poor and I don't recall the right things at the right time. So I go by elimination very quickly. I park such questions. I mean, park it, solve the remaining questions, and then come back when time permits, right? Unless you are very sure that you can very quickly count. And techniques, these kind of shortcuts work only in symmetrical figures. I mean, if you see all the 3 examples that we have discussed so far are all symmetrical figures, right? If there is no symmetry, then there cannot be a formula for that, right? You have to actually count. So, and we have solved such questions in the past as well, but yeah, I think today I'm giving you 3 or 4 different methods there. So let's see. I think we can close it here. It's already 8:15. I wish I could solve more questions. We have been pretty fast today, not that we wasted time. I mean, we're discussing different types of questions, but I think the key takeaway is reasoning ability. General intelligence and reasoning is a easy section to crack. You should, I'm repeating myself, you should be able to attempt 25 questions in about 12 minutes of time, right? You should be able to attempt 25 questions in 12 minutes of time, not more than that, right? Attempt 25 questions, solve only 20, 22, 23, doesn't matter. But read all the 25 questions before you jump to the next section, and should not take more than 12 minutes there, okay? And like I said, practice is the key. The more you practice, the easier it gets. All right. So on that note, I'll close it here. There are more questions that I had in my presentation today. Many of them were on cubes, right? Dice and things like that. But we will take those in our next refresher session that we have for your general intelligence and reasoning section of SSC CGL exam, right? Anyway, your next session is on not on Saturday. You have one session tomorrow as well, right? Yeah, I think let me quickly remind you about this special session that we have planned. Tomorrow is your special session on the topic of algebra. I'm not sure, I think it's algebra. Refer to the events calendar that you have and you'll find the details there. So every Friday 6 p.m. is going to be a special session for the next 4 Fridays for this entire month, covering these exclusive topics from quantitative aptitude of your SSC CGL exam. All right. So tomorrow's session we'll be looking at questions on algebra and how to deal with these questions. We already have enough videos on that, but I think more examples and more questions that we'll solve. So we'll start at 6, maybe we'll close it by 7, 7:30 or maybe 8, depending on the number of questions that we have and the type of questions that you ask. All right. So see you all tomorrow at 6 p.m. for this special live session for your SSC CGL exam. And the topic, as far as I remember, is gonna be algebra. Until then, keep practicing and take very good care of yourselves. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.